Have you thought of building an iron farm but you don't know which design is best for you? Then you found the right video, because I'm showing you 5 completely different iron farm designs and helping to choose the right one for you. Starting with the early game iron farm designed by Silentbug. This amazingly compact iron farm features 3 villagers, a zombie and a killing area for iron golems. The iron farm is definitely possible to build from the first day of playing Minecraft, because there aren't any blocks or items that are hard to find. In order to get the best result, you need to build it in the right direction. That's the only hard part about this farm, but the best part is how well it works. It is producing over 420 iron per hour, a pretty good result for this small iron farm. However, expanding this farm isn't really possible. You can't easily build more layers on top. If you want to expand it, then you gotta modify the killing area, and the production rates for the new layers won't be this good anymore. So, this early game iron farm gets you 140 iron per villager or 420 iron per zombie. Build difficulty 9 out of 10, very easy. You don't need a lot of materials, neither does it take much time to build it. Expandability 1 out of 10, not good at all, because you gotta do a lot of modifications to expand it. Overall rating, it's definitely a good starter iron farm. But if you progress in your game, it might get a bit too small and you can't easily expand it. The next iron farm is a portal based version, designed by Nico is lost. It has 7 portals in a row, and under the portals there are 12 villagers and 2 zombies. Also on the ground we can see the redstone clock that moves zombies up and down to get the best result. But that's not all, because in the nether there is a killing area for iron golems. This iron farm is much more complicated to build and requires much more items, but spending this extra time building also means you will get better production rates. For this particular iron farm it comes to a little over 1600 iron per hour. Another great thing is the expandability. It is very simple. Just build another layer of portals, villager and zombies on top, and you can easily double your production rates. The killing area in the nether always stays the same. It doesn't matter how much you are expanding the farm in the overworld. The farm designer Nico is lost actually expanded it so much that it made 1 million iron per hour. That is very crazy. At least you now know that this farm got a lot of future potential. But let's see how this 1 layer version compares to the previous farm. This gets you 137 iron per villager or 823 iron per zombie. Build difficulty 6 out of 10, much harder to build than the previous farm. Expandability 9 out of 10, very easy to expand even though it requires a lot of building. Overall rating, it can be more challenging to build, but you also gain the ability to expand the farm whenever you want more iron per hour. Want to build these iron farms on a Minecraft server? Then host a server with wisehosting.com. Our high quality Minecraft servers handle all kinds of farms, and with our easy game panel you can manage the server like a pro. Even install mods with just one click. Plus our 24/7 support is here to help you anytime. Check out Wise Hosting and use the code Shulker for 25% off your first month. Thanks Wise Hosting for this great Minecraft server. The third iron farm is another portal based design, but with a different approach. It is designed by Big Booty 17 and this iron farm has 7 portals, 43 villagers and 2 villagers. Here we have the on-off switch for the farm, and there also is the nether killing area. The designer made sure to use as few blocks as possible, making it easier for you to build. And when it's working, it produces a whopping 6558 iron per hour, which I think is pretty good. The scary part can be the 43 villager it needs, but I guess if you wanted, you could just build the bottom layer of the villagers and expand it in the future. Once you are the regular size, the limit has not been reached. This iron farm can be expanded further by just building more layers on top or onto the sides. So comparing it to the other farms, this makes us 153 iron per villager or 3279 iron per villager. Build difficulty 6.5 out of 10, very similar to the previous farm. just one villager module of the farm is a bit bigger. Expandability 8 out of 10. Easy to expand by just building more layers. Overall rating. Because of the amount of iron it produces per villager and pillager. It is very impressive. Moving on to the next iron farm, which is designed by Emdy. This is the craziest and most unique looking iron farm ever. It has rows of villagers, and under the villagers we can find elevators that move the villagers up and down. Then in the middle we have a total of 12 zombies and the redstone clock to move the villagers up and down. This iron farm has a total of 84 villagers and it's single dimensional. In total it makes 11,258 iron per hour, but Emdy has multiple versions of this farm. So you can build a smaller version of it or even a portal based version of it. I gotta say that I was most surprised with the design of the farm. It works so smoothly and it actually is mega compact when you realize how many villagers are in this farm. To expand this farm you just gotta build another module next to it or above it. But then you also gotta modify the iron collection system. Let's see how it fits into the table. This makes us 134 iron per villager or 938 iron per zombie. Build difficulty 3 out of 10. It might be very compact, but it also is pretty hard to build because of that. Expandability 5 out of 10. It's not really meant to be expanded, but you can do it if it's necessary. Overall rating. I personally really like the concept of it, but it still is pretty complicated to build. And the 5th iron farm looks the coolest out of all the iron farms showcased in this video. It is designed by Aurigas and it has 36 modules of iron farms put together. By the way, each module has 21 villagers and 1 villager. On top of the villagers you can find the spawning platform for the iron golems. It is very nicely put together and everything works in sync with the redstone. It produces 84,481 iron per hour. The fact that this is all in a single dimension is very cool. Especially when you look how all the iron golems are spawning and dropping at once. Very satisfying view. When building it in survival Minecraft, it is highly recommended to build it in a perimeter, since it can get laggy here. And speaking about expanding it, it isn't really possible anymore. So you can be happy with the 84,000 iron it produces. Now let's see how it compares to the other iron farms. 112 iron per villager or 2,346 iron per villager. Build difficulty 2 out of 10. It is the most time consuming iron farm build in the list. Expandability 1 out of 10. It unfortunately can't be expanded anymore. Overall rating. Doesn't have the best iron to villager ratio, but if you build it in your world you will be happy. Trust me, the view and the high production rates are what makes it great. So, all of these 5 designs work in 1.20 and above, but which one I would recommend you to build? I think if you just started your world, then build the easy iron farm. But if you already have played for some time, then build the big booty portal based iron farm, simply because it has the best villager to iron ratio. If you hate the portals, then go build a single dimensional Emdy's iron farm, since it makes over 11,000 iron per hour and it is a very compact build. I hope you now found the best iron farm to build. So host a Minecraft server on Wise Hosting and start your build right now. See ya in the next video. Bye!